new island emerges off Japan after a powerful underwater volcanic eruption. Yet another phoenix-like island has risen from the volcanic ashes of the Ring of Fire, this time off the coast of Japan's Ogasawara Islands, a far-flung archipelago also known as the Bonin Islands. The fresh new landmass in the Pacific Ocean is the youngest of all its neighbors and was born from an ongoing undersea volcanic eruption which began October 21st. Volcanologist Setsuya Nakada from the University of Tokyo told the Japan Times that the underwater volcanic eruption that formed the island started as a vertical jet of solidified magma that shot high above the waves, and after that the eruption was sustained by relatively continuous bursts. As all the debris fell back into the ocean as lava, mixed with a porous low-density material called pumice, the mound of rock built until it was high enough to peek out of the depths like a periscope. Come November 3rd, the undersea volcano had switched gears and was spewing mostly ash, says Nakada, who flew over the site on that day. The young island mass sits in plain sight of Iwo Jima, an island about 1,200 kilometers or 750 miles south of Tokyo that currently has no permanent inhabitants. The island was one of the site of a famous battle between American and Japanese forces in World War II. The new neighbor lies just over a kilometer off the coast, and while the fresh pumice rock does not sit far from the waterline as of Friday, it stretched about 2 kilometers in diameter. The only people who can admire the new view from Iwo Jima are those stationed at a Japanese self-defense force base. The eruption is currently ongoing, although it seems to have reached its peak and is somewhat calming down. While the new landmass may grow slightly larger in the coming days, any pumice that is not cemented down by lava flows would be eroded away, calling into question how much of the island could remain over time. Nakada says submarine volcanic eruptions in this part of the world tend to only continue for a month or so. While much is known of the active land-based volcanoes that dot the Ring of Fire, an active zone that fringes the Pacific Ocean, far less is known of the vents and fissures that lie under the water on the ocean floor. Scientists estimate there are over 1 million submarine volcanoes around the world, but many of these are probably extinct, and even those that are active often lie too deep to make above-water observations feasible. In fact, one of the largest eruptions in the history of Japan was the result of an undersea eruption in 1924, although the location of the volcano was inferred much later on. Only in recent decades have scientists finally caught submarine volcanoes in action. Watching islands form from these eruptions is even rarer, although it gives incredible insight into how many such islands in the Pacific, including the Hawaiian Islands, once formed millions of years ago. In 2015, for instance, a new island was formed in the South Pacific, creating an incredible living experience for geologists, volcanologists, biologists, and ecologists to study. In 2022, the island had already disappeared, destroyed by another eruption. Who knows how long the new one in Japan will last, the new island that is. There are possibilities that the new island could merge with Iwo Jima if the eruption continues, Nakada said. So only time will tell. And this is on Science Alert by Carly Casella. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.